With limited tickets left, I think it'll be a sellout for sure tomorrow night. I think it'll be a great environment playing an unbelievable team. I've played against a lot of Bruce's teams throughout the years for a long time now, and he's done such a good job with all of them. But just kind of looking back, I think this may be his very best one. Uh, just when you combine how hard they play, how good they run offense, they're one of the best defensive teams in our league, defending the two and the three. Almost block 10 shots a game. Their size around the goal is terrific. And I just love their competitiveness in the perimeter, how hard they play, how tough they compete on the ball. As always, when you play their team, you got to get back defensively. Live ball turnovers are critical. When we've had, some really good luck with Auburn, we've kept our turnovers down. We've gotten back defensively. And so, but it's a team that's deserving of being a top 5 team in college basketball.
Questions for Coach? John, you can go ahead.
What's going on, Kermit?
Yeah.
After the Texas A&M game, you said that was one of the softest teams that you put on the floor in your time at Ole Miss. How would you assess how your teams responded to that in practice? And is that something you addressed with them? And what's that process kind of been like?
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's just kind of our immaturity showed. We were down 2 with about maybe 15 to go. I never thought the whole game that we ever really got down and really competed at a high level. It kind of started, on ball defense, pressure. Our zone defenses weren't very active. But still, with all of that, our team was right there. And then it just caught up with us. And then, like we've gone through periods of time this year, just our inability to shot make. And we didn't run great offense, but we had some really good looks that we just couldn't make to kind of keep us right there on the road. But give A&M credit. I mean, they're a really good team, and 14 wins, undefeated at home. So we've gone to 2 road games at Tennessee and at A&M, played really good opponents on the road. And but yeah, we've addressed it in practice, John, and we've tried to be a more physical team. You better be against Auburn because they're one of the most physical teams in college basketball.
John Macon.
Hey, Kermit, I know you opened kind of talking about the tickets and the environment and stuff. How important do you think having a solid environment for a game like this against a team that's as talented and successful as Auburn has been? How important do you think that is?
Yeah, I mean, it's always important. It doesn't matter what sports you have here on campus. And, and we've had some great crowds, obviously, against Memphis and Mississippi State, and helped us win both of those games. My first year here, I think Auburn was ranked. We had an unbelievable environment here in the pavilion. I've always had great crowds for Auburn. Last year, obviously, we couldn't because of COVID. Auburn has created a great home court advantage at Auburn. So you're right, to be sold out, to get Club Red back, students are starting to get back on campus, means all the world to our players as they play.
Michael, go ahead.
Hey, Kermit, I was just hoping I could get your thoughts on Jabari Smith and kind of what he brings to the table for Auburn.
Yeah, I mean, you hear Bruce talk about him, and, knowing Jabari, obviously he's got great maturity as a young guy. So I think everybody they begin by talking about his character and how hard he works and how mature he is and doing all the little things over again. But God, his talent just pops off. I mean, what he did in the first half against Alabama in that environment as a young guy, it was unbelievable. I mean, he scored at all 3 levels, made threes, mid-range ISOs, drove it, block shots. So, right now there's no question that, he's top 2 or 3 pick in the draft, and he'll play in the NBA for a long, long time.
Nick.
Hey, Kermit, you talked a little bit at the top about the success your teams have had against Bruce's teams the past couple of years. Is that something in your scheme that you think matches up well against what he does, or has it just kind of been the players have played in those games?
Yeah, I think it's a little of both. I mean, Bruce is one of the very best coaches in college basketball. I've always had so much respect for him, and I've taken some lumps against Bruce also. So, we've just had some really good games. We played really well in those games. We've shot the ball well. Been some hard-fought matchups, just like last year. We won in overtime on Devontae's shot. So, a little of both, some good fortune. but it has. We've played really. We have to play well against Auburn, and we've played well against Auburn. And I hope it's another terrific matchup tomorrow night, because I know we're going to get Auburn's very best shot, but with obviously just them trying to fight for a league championship, as we all are, and the fact that they could be the number 1 ranked team in the country on Monday.
When you face a team that's on a streak like Auburn is, do you address that with your players at all, or do you kind of let them come to that on their own?
I think they understand it. When we watch the edit tape and we go over scouting, they can see it. Our guys follow college basketball, and I think their record speaks for themselves. And their players and what they've done. So we just talk about all the things that you do in the scouting process, and that is just athletic, hard playing, unselfish, rim protection. So everything that a really good team has, and you're going to face that throughout our league, night in and night out. But Auburn is just their talent level combined with their toughness is really it's something special this year.